And before we set our filter, I want to create the list item for this because it doesn't look nice right now. And for that we come to our admin folder and we have to generate a new file. So we call it list item. And now we will generate it so this will look better. And for that we have to import our common components. So first React, and then we have the use state as well here, and this comes from React. Then we need also some imports from React Native. So we will have the view, we'll have the style sheet, we'll have the text, the image, we will also need the touchable highlight, also our touchable opacity, and you will see later why we will use both. So we'll have several events happening in this list item, and also we can import our dimensions. And all of this comes from our React Native library. Also the button, I keep forgetting the button, so the button as well. And the reason I keep forgetting it's because later we will have the button as style component and I never remember to import it here. So we'll need also our icon from the React Native vector icons, and we'll use again the font awesome. Next we can already set our width through the dimension, so we can make use of that later in our style. So we say width, dimensions, get the window size, so we'll use the window size always. And next we can create our component, so we'll call it list item. It will take some props from the product list, so props, and then we will return our UI. And for our UI we will need a view, and then inside of this view we'll have the touchable opacity, and this touchable opacity we can already give it some attributes. So we'll have the on press, so we set it like this so I will not forget later. And then inside of our touchable opacity we'll have an image, and our image will have the source, and the source will be the URI for the image from our props, and we say URI props image. If it exists we will props the image. If it doesn't exist we'll have our string, so we can go back to our products and can be on product card here and copy this string. So we'll have the same image if there's no image on the product, so we can go back to our list item, and then if there's no image on this product we pass this string, so that box that we saw before. We have a resize mode, then that will be the contain. Then after our image we'll have several text inputs. So first one we'll have the brand, so we have to prop the brand. Next one we'll have the text, that will be the name. So props name, and because the name can be very large, we need to set some new attributes to our text tag, and we will want some limit on the number of lines. So the number of lines will have it 1. So these attributes or props coming from the text are specific for React Native, so it's already embedded, so you can set this number of lines in our text through the React Native library. And we also use a new one that will be the ellipsis mode. So you can create an ellipsis if our text is too large, and it will just give it a tail. Same thing we can copy. We'll have our categories, so we can copy this one and paste it, and instead of prop name will be category.name. And then finally we just need to set the price, and say text, and then with props the price. And now we just need to export our component, so export default list item, and to see if it's working we'll save it and go back to our product list, so products, and we have first to import our list item, so you can import it here. So import list item from the same folder, so just come here and list item, and then in our flat list, instead of text, we will have our list item, so will be list item, and we need to pass some props. So the first props we want to pass is the entire item object, so you just use the REST operator for that. And also we need the navigation, so we say props navigation, and also the index that we passed, so index, and now we can save and see if it's working. So we have the activity indicator when there's data coming, and when the data loads we have our products with the categories and the price. So we have the brand, the name, the category and the price, but this still doesn't look the way that we want. So we need now to style our list item.